Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am from United Public School. Welcome to social subject from 8th class.
Student, what we have learned in previous video? In chapter number 2, energy from the sun, heating of atmosphere, temperature of atmosphere, average monthly temperature in Hyderabad. We learned in previous video. Today we will go through the different places have different temperature. Okay, you know the different places have different temperature. Do you know why they have different temperature? There are many reasons. Now we will take a look at some of the possible reasons. Places that are near the sea or far away from the sea usually have different temperature. So places that are near the sea and far away the sea, from the sea usually have different temperature. Temperature differ on the top of a mountain and its foot. And you have already know the temperature changes as we got north on the south from the equator. How the temperature will be changes? So in the north and the south pole it may be cooler because the sun rays will not get on the north and south pole. So that's why it may be cool in the north and south pole. In the equator it may be hotter. Okay. Now see here. Now see maritime and continental climate. We have already seen the average temperature of Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a far away from the sea. So we have already seen the average temperature of Hyderabad. No, so Hyderabad is far away from the sea. In Hyderabad, it is in sea area. No, it is in far away from the sea in Hyderabad. Now let's look at the temperature of a city that's lying next to the sea, Panaji in Goa. Now we already in previous video we see average temperature of Hyderabad. Now today we will go through the next one, that is Panaji in Goa. Temperature of city that lie next to the sea, Panaji in Goa. Okay, now see the table number 2, average monthly temperature of Panaji. So see here, it can mention here month maximum temperature and minimum temperature. See here, this is a month, here maximum temperature and minimum temperature. So this table is average monthly temperature of Panaji. Okay. Now see here, the average of maximum and minimum temperature, monthly temperature are plotted on the graph 2 here. So how the average and maximum temperature will be there, we can see in the graph 2. Okay. Now see here, this point. Which month have the lowest minimum temperature in Panaji? How much it is? So, see here which month has the lowest minimum temperature. So, you have to see this box and answer this question. Okay, which month has the lowest minimum temperature? Here the minimum temperature, here maximum temperature. This is the minimum and this is the maximum temperature. So, first question is what here? Which month has the lowest minimum temperature in Panaji? So, which is the lowest temperature in Panaji? You have to write here. Okay. And how much also you have to write. Now, see the second one. Which is the hottest month in Panaji? Which is the hottest month in Panaji? You have to write here. This is the maximum. Okay. Here hottest, here is the lowest. Maximum is the hottest and minimum is the lowest temperature. Okay. Now, which is the hottest month in Panaji? How much was the average maximum temperature from that month? You have to write the answer of these two questions. Now, see the graph. See graph number 2, average monthly temperature of Panaji here. Okay. Here see, this is a month. Here number is there. So in that maximum and minimum also draw in this graph. So see here, this blue line is a maximum and minimum is the red color line. Okay. This is a minimum temperature and this is a maximum. Maximum is hottest temperature. This is a lowest temperature. Okay. Now see here. Compare the temperature of Hyderabad and Panaji to answer the following. What we have to do? First, you have to take the table number 1 and table number 2 also. In that, what the question is saying here? Compare the temperature of Hyderabad and Panaji. So, where we have to look the Hyderabad in this table number 2, it can mention only Panaji temperature. So, where we have to see this Hyderabad temperature. So, we have to see the table number 1. In that, it can mention the Hyderabad temperature. Okay. And Panaji to answer the following. Now, see here. In January, which place is colder? So, compare these two table 1 and table 2, Hyderabad temperature and Panaji temperature. Okay, in that we have to compare that. What we have to see in January month, which place is colder. Panaji is colder, Hyderabad is colder, you have to write. Okay, now see here, next question. In June, which place is hotter? So compare the two table 1 and table 2. In that we have to see in June month which place is hotter, either Panaji or Hyderabad. You have to mention the name. Okay, now see the last one. In which place, Hyderabad or Panaji, does the temperature remain more or less the same throughout the year? So in which place, Hyderabad or Panaji, in both the places, does the temperature remain more or less the same throughout the year? You have to write. Okay, now see next, why does the temperature in Panaji not changes much throughout the year? Because it is on the seashore. Okay, it is on the seashore, on the Panaji. So its temperature may be throughout the year. It is difficult from the sun to heat up or cool down the surface of the sea, since the sea does not get too hot or cold. So what happened? It is difficult from the sea to heat up or cool down, because on the sea area, when the sea area is there, what is on when the sun is coming on the seashore area, so it may be take lot of time to heat. So when the sea is there, it may be cool. No, when the water is there, it may be cool. That water may be cool, it may be take too much time. Okay, it may be hot too much time, and cool also it take a lot of time. Since the sea does not get too hot or cool. Okay, since the sea does not get the hot or not cool. The air above the sea also does not get too hotter or cool. So what does the air is there on the above the sea, it does not get too hot or cool in the sea. Therefore, places near the sea usually have temperature that remain fairly constant throughout the year. They have what is called a moderate climate. So in constant to these, Hyderabad is far away from the sea. There is no moderating. In the Hyderabad, there is no far away from the sea. No, there is no moderating influence of the sea in Hyderabad. In summer, the ground temperature will be rises. In summer, what happen in Hyderabad? The ground temperature rises up and heats up the air. In winter season, what happen in Hyderabad? The ground temperature falls and the air is also cool. So it is also known as extreme climate. Okay, in that we complete our different places have different temperature. So what we have to do? You have to so today's your assignment, what we have to do? You have to copy this question. Okay, this first, second, third, fourth, fifth, you have to copy this question and answer this in our group. What is your today's assignment, ma? These questions. So copy this and compare table 1 and table 2. By seeing this table, you have to answer this question. Okay, so copy this in your notebook and answer this in our group and send the answer in our group. Thank you.